Good day. Hello, this is Josh. Enjoy your view of a dirty, plowed snow pile over there. We have, we always get lulled into complacency here in southern New York by mild Decembers. Even maybe the first couple weeks of January, it's like, oh, I guess it's not going to snow this year. And then February and March are always miserable. But it's okay. It's still pretty mild this year. But whatever. So I'm catching up on movies. I'm catching up on reviews here, talking to you, and I caught up with the last major Oscar movie that I had not seen, and it's only just been released here in multiplexes, and that is I'm Still Here, which is a Brazilian film from director Walter Salles, I believe is his name, and this is a historical drama. This is a period drama set in the 70s, and it is about one family's experience under the tyranny of fascism in Brazil and South America in the late 70s, and about the ripples of this experience throughout time and generations, but all within this one family. It is based on the memoir of someone from this family, and so it has access to a lot of very specific details. And this is a movie, we get a lot of kind of historical pastiche, we get a lot of historical fiction, or we get like very highly dramatized, highly stylized biopics. This movie is an attempt to make a very straightforward drama and to really tap into the genuine memoir and the genuine feelings of real people who experienced this. The big notice for this movie is the performance of Fernanda Torres, who is up for Best Actress, and this is a Portuguese language film that is up for Best Picture and Best Actress, so it's really been a breakthrough release. And I'm here to tell you that yes, this felt a bit like a homework movie. I didn't drag my feet because it just wasn't available to see before, but I didn't want to see it because it's kind of a downer. It seems like it's going to be a downer, and it seems like a homework movie, right? Like a homework movie is a movie that is probably really excellent and good, but it's going to demand a lot from you in the watching. And so it became the most obvious ticket one night, and I went and I saw I'm Still Here, and I'm still here to tell you that this is a brilliant and excellent movie. It is. It's an unimpeachably excellent, great movie, and it's an adult drama, straightforward drama, the kind we don't get a lot of anymore. We all seem to love like the big genre movies that are hitting, like Parasite and Everything Everywhere and The Substance, and those movies are great, but mileage will vary with those because of they're kind of out there and they're arty, and I love that. I love those movies for that reason, but they don't feel like they're for everybody. This is a movie more in the kind of like straightforward drama, for all humanity, important kind of a thing. And a lot of those just feel boring and awards baity. This movie is excellent and frankly unimpeachable in every facet, in every aspect. This movie is directed beautifully. It invokes the period flawlessly. Without feeling gimmicky, without feeling like, oh, we're just seeing a lot of film stocks or filters or special effects. It feels like the 70s, and then it feels like the 80s and the 90s. The performances are incredible. Performances of children are incredible and emotionally arresting. The storytelling, the writing, it is, there's an attention to detail in this movie, and as I say, because it is based on the memoir of one of the members of this family. Essentially what happens is, and this is in the trailer and marketing, so I'll just tell you a little bit, that essentially, it's a fascist government takeover, one of these, crazy things that used to happen that never happens ever anymore, and so we're all safe from it. But what happened in South America at this time was, a military regime took over Brazil and began to disappear its perceived political opponents. And so the father of this family, who live in this idyllic little house on a corner in Rio, a block from the beach, he used to be a congressman, and then when everything started to go south, he quit, and he's now living a normal life, and he's writing, I think, or something like that. But he also still has connections, and he still may or may not be involved in groups that oppose the fascist military government. And so some men show up at this. We spend the first 30-40 minutes of this movie just getting to know this family. And so when the men show up and take Dad away, and that is the inciting incident that they'll be dealing with for the rest of the time, there's such a feeling of what it's like, without melodrama, with a very realistic portrayal, what it's like when people just, they don't take him away at gunpoint. They take him away quietly. We'll ask him some questions and bring him back. And then what happens from there, and then the ramifications this has throughout the decades, is just, this is a movie that, excuse me, I'm not getting emotional. I have a tickle in my throat, although I did weep at this movie. What this movie does so well, so many things, but in particular, it captures the dynamics of a family. In a movie, it's very hard to show a happy family that seems real. And, you know, if you overdo it just a little bit, it seems like, well, now they're just misdirecting us, or now they're just overdoing it so that the tragedy will be more sad. It's very hard to make, you know, people living their daily lives and picking on each other and having fun and going for ice cream and getting into fights, but then saying they're sorry. Like, these normal family everyday things are so hard to fine tune in terms of tone and performance. Everything is so excellent. And this movie creates moments, and it specifically creates like photographs of moments in the history of this family. And this movie, unlike any other, a lot of movies try stuff like this, but unlike any other movie, I'm Still Here creates moments in reality so well, builds a world so well, that later in the movie, photographs and just documents of text can carry a stunning amount of emotional weight in ways that I wasn't prepared for. And so I've never seen anything like it. This is like a perfect kind of movie. I think, like, again, I love and I get crazy about genre movies. I get crazy about like Everything Everywheres and Substances and whatever. But those aren't for everybody. This feels like a movie that is a straightforward drama that kind of we don't get a whole bunch of, and not usually at this level of quality. This is an excellent movie, and I think you should see it. I don't know if I'm going to want to watch it again because it's heavy, although it is also about hope. It's not strictly just a bleak, it's incredibly bleak, and bleak things happen in it. Not a lot of on-screen like terror. A lot of off-screen stuff is implied. It's not hard to watch in that way. It's just that you will care about these people and the things that happen to them, and including children, will just, you know, it's a lot. So that's it. I won't say much more about it, but I'm really glad I caught up with it, because it ends up being, retroactively, this would be at the top of my best of list from last year. This is an excellent movie. I'm trying to think of another movie that's at this level of just like perfection, and all I could come up with was Portrait of a Lady on Fire, which I don't think is a historical drama, at least not in the same way as this, but just a movie that breaks through the language barrier and is just like excellent in every single aspect of its production. So anyway, that's it. I'm Still Here. You might still be able to catch it in a theater. If not, I'm sure it will be streaming very soon. Highly recommended. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with more shorts and reviews and fun stuff. Please join us over on Patreon, where there's all kinds of fun behind the scenes and extra stuff. And follow me on social media for my artwork and links to all these things. And I'll talk to you again very soon. See ya.